Switch out.
Welcome back to In the Nest. I'm Charlie.
I'm Bo.
I'm Josh.
And getting right into things, varsity basketball 2-1 this weekend.
Yeah. Tough game against Millard North, high-ranked opponent. It was just tough all around. It was at home. Just didn't play good on offense, a lot of turnovers.
I was at that game, and there was nothing that clicked.
Yeah.
Nothing went our way. And, we have bad games sometimes.
But a couple days before that, we did have a big win against the Packers at Omaha South. With that game, Connor Peters is now on varsity.
Nice little promotion he got
Yeah.
there. Good for him.
After a 38-point performance on JV.
Insane.
Yeah.
I really think a lot of people saw that coming with Connor Peters. He was dominating the JV courts.
He is good.
JV demon right there.
Indeed. And then, big win versus Central, 66-64. Clutch buckets all game, kept the Jays up. It was very back and forth, bucket for bucket, but Prep won, and now with that win, they will host districts.
I think everyone on the team during that game really had something to contribute. Like, I don't know if you were there, but TCB, that nice little buzzer beater, that was great work from him right there.
There's no I in team.
Indeed.
No, there is not.
Some stats, leaders for basketball. Points per game, still Dylan Clausen. A little under 16 now at 15.9. Rebounds, Dylan Clausen, 9.5. He also leads in blocks per game with 2.1. Marquise Tolliver, assists went up almost 0.2 at 3.2 now. Good for him.
For our JV game, beat Central, won by 15.
Good game by them.
Continuing to stay dominant on those JV courts. But I don't know how they're going to play now without Connor Peters on that team.
Yep.
I think we could see guys like Sheldon Galladay step up.
They have to
step up into the light.
Agreed. Cooper Knight.
And then that reserve game, a real heartbreaking loss to Millard North. They only lost by 5. There were a lot of missed points, missed layups, a lot of missed free throws, and that was kind of their struggles the whole season. They just
can't have that.
I think they got into their heads too much. But, we do see guys like Drew Bayless, George Maynard, Brian Kumaka, and Reese Compton, who I think we could really see step up in the prep sports world.
Still a great season by them, per usual by prep basketball.
Top 3 reserve team of all time for prep.
Great, yep.
They did a great job.
Yeah, you could say. And then after that, we jump right into state wrestling. State was this past weekend, and prep wrestling came runner-up in Class A.
Adonis Boner took the 190 state title.
I was talking to Mr. Fisher yesterday, and he said they were projected to be 6th in state, and then they got runner-up. So he is very, very pleased with how they did.
Great performance.
And apparently this was the greatest freshman outing of all time.
I believe that. We actually had 2 freshmen come runner-up in their weight classes. Those would be Cole Caniglia and J.T. Smith.
You gotta expect it with J.T. Smith.
Don't put disrespect on Mike Navarro's name, because I heard he lost his first one and then won his next 3, which is amazing.
Yeah, but he didn't come second.
Yeah, well, he came off of an injury, so that was
Oh.
real comeback player of the year for that wrestling team.
Good
right
for
there.
him. We also had President Sanchez, the Maryland commit, also fell short, came second place in his weight class.
But hey, that's fine. You can't win them all.
Really, if they won all those, they might have taken state for prep.
I don't think so.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
really?
It was a huge gap between second and first.
Oh, who's first?
I want to say it was Millard South. But they are losing a lot of seniors next year.
Yeah,
That's what we like to
so
hear,
saying
but-
prep wrestling take state next year?
Watch us. Prep 2025 Wrestling, state champs. No doubt.
Yeah. Next up, swimming state is upcoming on the 23rd and the 24th. We got 4 boys that are ready to dominate.
Nate Finnegan, Evan Niemeyer, Ryan Menlick, and Drayden Beber.
From what I've heard from just swimmers that I have classes with, they are the 4 that you want to look for, all right? They are the 4. And I think we all know they're probably going to take state this year.
Even without the 4, they could take state.
I'm willing to bet that they will. I think we've won state for maybe the past 30 years. We've been dominant. Not in a row, but, I mean.
We've been good the whole time. I think we had a stretch there where we won like 15 in a row.
I don't know what happened.
Well, I think we lost like 2020. I think we lost, but we've won since then.
Yeah. 2020, real.
Well, our swim team has always been dominant.
We're always amazing.
Without the 4.
We're a dynasty.
Yeah.
We're a true dynasty.
We also have amazing freshman and sophomore talent.
Yeah.
I mean,
Next year we have a good chance.
there's so many I couldn't even tell them all.
Oh, yeah.
I'd miss too many.
And then bowling, word from Jaden Kane himself. State was last Wednesday and Thursday. You know, the team started off hot and they were winning 2-0, but then it really just kind of fell apart later, and they lost 3-1.
Hey, great by the bowling team, though. They made state. First time they made state since bowling was made a part of the sports at prep. So
I feel like all our sports are just doing great this year.
winter sports did
They're
amazing.
insane.
They're really making a name for themselves out there in the alleys.
Yes, they are. We got some word on hockey. Last night, Monday, Prep won 6-2 against their so-called rivals, Omaha Metro. Charlie Dombrowski, 2 goals. Ethan Aboud, 16 saves.
Insane.
What?
Goodness gracious, Ethan.
Good
Aboud.
golly, Miss Molly, Ethan.
That is insane.
what a performance.
And our current record is 21-3-3. So
Hockey's amazing, man.
we're doing
I just-
amazing. I don't know why it's not a sport, because isn't it technically a club for us?
I don't. Yeah, it's not a sanctioned sport. I don't
I
think.
think we should. I
I
think
think we
we
should
should.
make it.
I heard-
I mean,
From the man Colton Meredith, we actually do have some players. They actually have a draft. I learned
Draft?
they have a draft from public schools, and they actually get kids from public schools to play on their teams. So, for example, we have 2 kids from Millard North.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
It's like we got a little all-star team going for us.
Yeah, and I think, from what I've heard yet again, I think this is going to be another team that takes state. Just amazing team.
I feel like next year they could take it too because our sophomores on the hockey team are just great.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, Liam
Smitty-
Smithberg.
Liam
Smitty,
Smithberg,
dude.
Yes.
Could he go D1?
Ooh.
I think-
Ooh, that's
That's-
a hard choice.
I know,
think-
but like,
I think we're making stretches there.
He's only a sophomore, so
I-
we'll have to
I
wait
mean,
and see.
You can't really say yet.
I
We gotta
mean-
see how he
Get hurt.
develops.
Yep.
never know.
But yeah, winter sports this year are truly dominant
yeah.
in
I know.
everything.
And going into our next big segment, prediction day. Soccer, golf, and baseball tryouts are all coming up the last week of February. So we're going to give you boys some predictions. Starting off with soccer.
So last year they had an 11-6 record, not including state, which we were 3-0 in. We won state. But, you know, we are losing a lot of talent from
Yes,
that
we
senior
are.
class.
Yep.
So I think maybe 9-8 this year. I think that's pretty reasonable.
I agree.
But then I think a player we could see on varsity that really has a great year is Luis Tuckboro.
Yeah,
He's
man.
he was amazing on the freshman team. And then the thing with the freshman team is that they can only be on freshmen. So, like,
He definitely would have been up there.
that freshman team was an all-star team.
That
Yeah.
that
But
team was
now-
amazing.
Now he's allowed to be on varsity.
Yeah,
and
Luis.
Yep.
I think
He'll
he'll really
definitely be
show
up
up.
He has some very high potential, and I think the sophomore and junior talent we have will easily keep our team above
100%.
500 at
2026 year.
100%.
at a 9-8 record. But I mean, they're all fresh to the varsity like level. So
Yep.
this is gonna be an off year, we think, but we still think it'll be a great year for the soccer
Oh,
team.
yeah.
Golf. We think golf will be a dominant
They'll be
team,
great.
dominant
They've-
force.
They've been top 3 every single year.
They have good returners.
Yeah.
Breakout players. We have two breakout players for golf. Coach Raz believes Tommy Kelly will take an even bigger step after his freshman
Great
year.
player.
We believe that too. I mean,
Oh, yeah. Tom
Fantastic
Kelly,
player.
He's a generational
He's
I
talent.
think
natural.
he was
Natural.
already.
We have a generational talent. on
I
that
agree.
team.
He was already amazing last year, but I mean, you can only get better. We also have Fisher Hitchcock. You know, he shot 5 under last year. That is amazing, and just shooting that just once shows he has potential to become just a dominant golf player.
Well, what about Michael Fahey? What do you think he'll stand?
Michael Fahey, I think he could be an underdog this year. I
He's
can't wait to
amazing.
see.
Come on the come up.
From what
Hey,
I've heard,
amazing player.
He's really been putting in some work during the offseason.
He could beat Tommy Kelly.
Never know.
He could, yeah. And then baseball predictions. Last year we were 19-12, so you know we were all right. 1-2
Yeah.
in districts.
Didn't make it to state, unfortunately.
Bit of an off year for the boys.
Yeah, but
Should come back.
yeah, our prediction this year, we think they'll be better than ever. We think they will land at 22-9. We think they'll make state, but maybe not make too far. But you never know.
And I mean, I think you have like a big 3 coming up to varsity
Yeah.
from last year's freshman
Well, I
class,
agree.
and that's Braden Kano, Charlie Ziola, and Cal Anthony. I think they could
Well,
all
I have
really.
to add a few. I'd say Liam Smithberg and Aaron Craig.
Dude,
You can see
We-
them coming up too.
boys, we are
Definitely.
stacked in the baseball department.
I know.
Absolutely crazy.
And Liam Smithberg, multi-sport athlete.
Yeah, going back to hockey. He is.
Hockey
I mean,
straight to baseball.
Do you think
He's
he'll ever
just-
have to struggle between choosing between the two?
I don't think he will.
going
I
into
don't
senior
know.
year,
I
he's
don't
gonna
think
have
he
to-
will.
Senior year, dude,
If he's doing good right now, I
He
think
can
he'll
do
be
both.
just fine.
he's an athlete.
Yeah.
And our breakout player for baseball, we decided Braden Cato. I mean,
Cato.
dude throws 90 miles an hour and he's 16 years old. That is amazing.
Just imagine when he's 17.
Yeah, or 18, dude. Oh my God. Yeah, he has some insane pitching potential, and now he gets to show it at
We
the
really
highest high
believe
school
that
level.
He'll be a
His
huge
senior year.
I really
He'll be
believe
going
he'll be a
100.
huge asset to the pitching department.
Oh,
on
he
that
will
varsity
be.
team.
Yeah.
And then track. This is a very, very
This
interesting topic.
might be a rough one this year.
We are
Pretty
losing some of the 4 best track athletes this school's seen, and that's Jack Lugley, AJ Jones, Christian Lamphere, and Nick Kenny.
I mean, they were all amazing. These guys
They-
broke records last year.
They brought us to the promised land with that state title.
We won state. Man, we were dominant. But hey, we don't think they'll make it as far
Yeah.
this year. But hey, that's okay. It's
There's
an
a lot
off
of good
year.
runners.
And our breakout, before I get to the breakout player, we still have those long distance runners.
Oh yeah,
for
no,
one more
yeah,
year.
we have
That is,
good
by no
ones.
means we're gonna be bad, but
We
I
just-
think we aren't gonna be
Yeah,
as
we're not
good.
gonna-
Yeah. And our breakout player, Christopher Baker, man. Oh man, he was insane on varsity last year as a freshman. I think
Yeah.
He,
he
had the
was
hops.
he was like top 3 in long jump,
He was top 2. He was pushing for the best long jumper we had on that team.
and he is a freshman, ladies and gentlemen.
Sweet.
So
sweet.
I mean, he dominated state with the long jump. He also runs the 100. Great 100 runner, but I
Oh,
think
yeah,
long
very
jump.
very solid on the 100, but
Long jump is
really
really-
where he
his senior year
dominates.
is going to be dominant. I feel like for all our winter sport
All
players,
All his
their
years are going to
senior
be
year is
dominant.
just going to be 2026
Definitely.
years.
2026, we're gonna be great.
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
Yeah. Thank you
Yep.
for listening, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
In the nest.